Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is what if Naruto had the Karma Seal. A Karma Seal, not the Karma Seal, because there are multiple ones. We've seen it in Boruto. Anyways, the last time we left off with Team 7 passing, barely, other than Naruto, because Team 7 has 4 people here. And Naruto easily passed because he didn't waste any time. He didn't actually want to lose this opportunity to find out what he truly wanted to do in the future. And yeah, he just used his warping ability, his invisibility ability. Yo, English. Is that even English? Can that be English? Can it be English? Invisibility ability. Yo, I'm a rapper fan. Anyway. Now, after this, of course, Naruto goes on to pass the bell test on his own, and Kakashi can't really say anything here. The whole test was about the teamwork. However, Naruto actually took the bells, which Kakashi knew that none of them could do in reality, other than Suki and Naruto, because they're different. But theoretically, no Genin should be able to take the bells away from the top of Jonins, which is Kakashi, other than 8 Gate Might, or 7th Gate Might against Kakashi right now. But I'm not sure Might Guy would go 7th Gate randomly on a Genin. Like, pure base strength, Kakashi, well, not strength, but skill, Kakashi is the more skilled one, right? And he was beaten by Naruto. Like, there's no way a Genin could do that. That's why Kakashi never really, the actual test is about the bells, taking the bells. However, if you can't and you work as a team, it all works out. However, Naruto did it, and Kakashi was not expecting this. He's been doing this for years, and he's been failing many people, hundreds of people to be honest, and none of them were able to take the bells away from him. And Kakashi was perplexed. He wants to know how Naruto did it. He needs an explanation. He wants to know what Naruto is truly hiding. Of course, now, Naruto has another sensei, as per normal, and here it's Anko, and they do find out about Naruto's poison ability. Yes, poison, Kekkei, which I did give to Tsuki last wave, but this is not going to be an ongoing little thing. I just really liked it, and I thought I should give it to Naruto, since, sorry about that noise, it's actually me robbing my Apple AirPods on my bed. Anyways, don't mind that. Anyways, now I felt like giving it to Naruto because of Anko being his teacher, and Anko being able to use snakes since she was trained by Orochimaru, and so I thought that this could be a pretty good idea. Anyways, I am sorry if you guys were confused last part, but I have cleared it now, and we can head to the wife. Naruto and Team 7 finally finished their missions, multiple missions in one day, and Naruto finally understood what it means to work as a team. It's much easier, it's much less stressful, because you don't have as much burden on you. You can rely on your teammates. It's not just you, it's all of you. It's all of yous. So you're not in this alone, you're in this together. He understands this and decides to actually continue using his teamwork. However, he keeps training with Anko every single night. And anyways, now Anko and Naruto build up more of a bond. And Anko starts actually really liking Naruto and taking a liking to Naruto to an extent where she considers Naruto as her own child at this point. She's always worried about him, if he's okay, if he's eating well and everything. It's no longer a student-teacher bond, but more like a parent and child bond at this point. And it's been a few weeks. Of course, Naruto has trained a lot. And even Naruto has finally, began getting closer to Anko. Anyways, Anko did ask Naruto how his childhood was, because Anko didn't really pay attention to Naruto at all, did she now? I'm pretty sure she had better things to do, especially missions and taking care of other things. She's a special Jonin after all. And remember, she ate a lot of her favorite food. That's why she got, kind of big in Boruto. But in Naruto, she kept her, body a nice body. Definitely wasn't my crush before I saw Tsunade, but you know, and that must mean she must have done tons of A to S rank missions. That's a lot. You have to work out a lot. It's been proven because after her retirement, we've seen what happened to Anko. Fucking abomination. That's not Anko. That's not the Anko I remember. My uncle will always remain in my heart. Anyway, of course, Naruto tells her about everything that he's gone through, and actually tells, Anko his true abilities or where they truly came from, and he actually shows everything off to her. Of course, Anko's baffled on why Naruto would do that, and Naruto said he feels that she's someone who he can trust and someone that he actually believes in, and it's the first time that Naruto has felt like this in a while since Ryo's death. And Anko has told Naruto that she will adopt Naruto and make him into her own child. And Naruto's eyes widen and asks why. There are people who hate me. There's no need to do this. And Anko says, do I look like the person who cares about other people hating you? I'll hate them back. I'll scare them off if I have to. And Anko had a smile, and Naruto sheds a few tears, and Anko just goes in for a hug. Finally, Naruto has met someone who's willing to actually take care of him, someone willing to love him. Anyways, after this, Anko goes off to the Hokage and actually tells the Hokage that she'll be adopting Naruto. And the Hokage was completely startled at this. Is like, wait, hold up, what? No, what? I'm confused. And Anko says, didn't you want to put him in a foster care when he was a little toddler or baby, if I remember correctly? So why can't I take care of him? I know everything about him after all. So why not? Then the Hokage was a bit more skeptical because Anko is a bit of a crazy one, to be honest. And then Naruto walks in and says it's fine by me if she wants to do it, but it's not like we get to see each other much other than at night since we're training. Since she's on missions, I'm on missions, and yeah. Anyways, the Hokage is like, to be honest, I don't really mind. It's just that, are you sure? And the Anko is like, why? Why do I have to be sure? I know I'm sure. Do I really have to think over something that I've already thought over? Huh? And the Hokage is like, listen, I don't want to argue. Yeah, okay, we'll have some paperwork done later. But anyways, you guys can go back to your training. And anyways, Naruto, you have to sleep early. Remember, you have missions. Anyways, Naruto then thanks the Hokage and leaves with Anko and to continue the training. Of course, it's been 4 weeks by now of training and missions for Naruto. And Naruto has learnt a lot. Naruto has gotten much stronger with his Kekkei Genkai, with his powers, because he now gets to go all out against Anko. There's a clear strength gap between Naruto and Anko now. Naruto has learned everything from Anko within this month, because they wasted no time. And also Naruto has learned a lot from the scrolls that he wrote things in from the scroll of sealing. Remember, Naruto did steal a few jutsus from there. Anyways, now Naruto and Anko actually finished their training for their last training session, and of course they will go back to just being, well, not they will go back to, or they will finally go into just being mother and son from now on. Anyways, now Naruto and Anko have their final training session on Naruto's day off, the day before the C rank mission. Naruto actually meets Anko pretty early in the morning, which Kakashi was actually walking down the street on this day, fateful day, and actually decided to follow Naruto because he doesn't see Naruto around much. And anyways, he follows Naruto to see that to see him go to a training ground where Anko was waiting. And Naruto then says, "Mom, are you ready?" And Anko's like, "You better not hold back, son." And anyways, Kakashi was like, "Yo, what? No, wait. Before they start, yo, can you guys explain to me?" And Anko's like, "Oh, Kakashi, you could have asked to actually be here. You don't have to hide after all." And now Kakashi wanted an explanation. He wanted to understand what's going on. And anyways, I don't know. One thing is that I want to do the Kakashi and Anko ship. However, I don't know if I should. So I'm going to make a poll. And well, actually, nah, I'll think about it over this what if, because this is recorded a long time before it actually comes out, so I have a few days to record this. Anyways, now I'm back. I actually took a break, and it's actually 12 a.m. now. It's a bit after 12 a.m. and I've thought of the ship and I wanted to do it. Anyways, I'm going to say that Kakashi and Anko have been seeing each other before, prior to Naruto's actually being trained. However, they haven't been seeing each other much lately because of their intense amount of missions and everything. And anyways, Anko then says, "Oh, I guess I never told you. Naruto's now my stepson." And the Kakashi's like, "So wait, hold up. Technically, I'm your stepdad? What's going on here?" And Anko says, "I mean, if that's how it works, I guess it is. You are." Then Naruto's like, "That is how it works. And when did this happen?" And he was confused because they're both his senseis, and now they're both his parents. Like, what is this now? What does he do? Anyways, Naruto's confused. However, he's happy because he trusts both of them very much. Now, of course, Naruto then says, anyway, after a bit explaining and everything, they continue their little training session, and Anko then says, "Alright, Naruto, don't hold anything back." And Kakashi decides to jump in and says, "How about we duel him?" And Anko says, "Hey, this is my fight." And Kakashi says, "Well, Naruto must be strong if you said, well, Naruto must be strong if you trained him. So you never know, he might be stronger than you since he did steal the bells from me." And Anko's like, "Wait, what?" And Naruto's like, "No holding back, right?" And as he says that, Naruto activates his Osorogan and activates his Kama Steel at the same time, looking a bit more like Boruto at this point. However, now Kakashi then says, "So this is the ability you must have used to take the bells." And Naruto said, "I really didn't want to fail, but then I found out that the test wasn't even about the bells, but I passed since I took them." Anyways, Kakashi then just smiles and takes off his mask for the first time in front of Naruto and shows off his Sharingan. He's like, "If you have a dojutsu, I guess I can't hold back either." Anyways, they all attack at the same time. Kakashi and Anko's tag team duo abilities are pretty strong, especially because they are in sync. They've been fighting together back in the days too. This is a bit of the change to the past too. So anyways, now of course, Naruto had a little bit of a hard time to keep up at first. However, he actually decides to take out Anko first because Anko is someone that he knows how to fight, and swiftly he's able to actually make a maneuver, actually becoming unintangible, which then threw off Kakashi's combo with Anko, and then Naruto became tangible again. And once Anko tried to actually punch him, Naruto then actually used body flicker to to actually teleport behind her and actually kick her with the back of his heel, which actually put her out of the fight because Naruto then had the clone put a kunai up to her neck, and of course she said, all right, say less, I don't want to die." Anyways, then Naruto looks at Kakashi with his Osorogan, and then Kakashi felt a bit of fear at first. However, Kakashi is much more skilled and experienced than Naruto at this point, and once Naruto actually attacks, Kakashi can see that Naruto's lacking on a lot. Anyways, Naruto then does a majestic destroyer flame, which Kakashi was not expecting. However, his water release is much stronger than Naruto's fire release, and he does a water wall, which protects him. Anyways, then he actually teleports behind Naruto using body flicker, which Naruto was able to actually see and actually become an unintangible last second. Of course, then Naruto is already behind Kakashi, about to put a kunai up to his neck. However, Kakashi uses a kunai of his own and actually slashes Naruto. However, Naruto then turns into purple sludge, which he thought it was sludge at first. However, Anko told Kakashi to stay away from the poison, and Kakashi's that poison, and so he body flickered back to the ground, and he asked Naruto what that was. The poison falls to the ground and then forms Naruto again, and Naruto says, "This is my Keke Genkai. I'm sorry if I didn't tell you before. However, something that I didn't really want to show." And Kakashi's like, "How are you even a Genin? I don't understand. You're putting up a good fight against a Jonin. even though you need to refine your skills. Still, this is at least high tier tuning. And as he says that, Kakashi then puts Naruto under a genjutsu, which he did not think about. Anyways, the fight was over. Naruto was not immune to genjutsu. I'm not going to make the Osuragan even more overpowered. Anyways, now, of course, Naruto then actually was let out of the genjutsu, and he was on the ground next to Anko and Kakashi sitting down. Of course, they both just smile at Naruto, and Kakashi says, "You did well, Naruto. However, I can train you a bit harder, and of course, this is gonna have to come later. However, if you can find a different master, I don't mind. It's fine." Anyways, Naruto says, "Well, that was a fun fight. I got close to winning, I guess." And, Anko just starts laughing, saying, "Close? Nowhere near. Kakashi wasn't even trying." And Naruto's like, "Damn, I guess I have a long way to go." And, Kakashi's like, "No, but you're already tuning level. I don't even know how you're in a Genin team. If you only showed a bit more strength before, I could have at least done something, but you're this far in. Might as well just continue until the tuning exams. Heard there's gonna be one this year." And Naruto then says, maybe. Anyways, as he says that, he smiles and actually hugs the two. And, even Kakashi was a bit heartwarmed, because Kakashi knew what happened with Naruto and in his life. But Kakashi really had nothing to do. Really, he couldn't do anything. Because of him actually being in missions most of the times, he didn't have much time for Naruto. And if he tried to adopt Naruto, which he wouldn't have even minded adopting Naruto, because, Naruto being the son of his teacher and everything. However, he didn't have the time, or not the patience. He has the patience, but he did not have the time, especially after the fourth death and a lot of ninjas' deaths in the attack on the leaf by the Nine Toes 12 years ago, or however many years after Naruto was born, let's say just 4. Kakashi really couldn't do anything because the leaf was in a critical situation. If any of the firepower goes even down or even worse than this, they will be very, very vulnerable to any attack from any village. No matter which village it is, they will be very vulnerable, and the village might suffer more damage. However, they would still win because of the Hokage being an OP motherfucker. What the fuck? Anyways, now, no, but for real, the Hokage is such an OP guy, and I'm talking about when Naruto was 4. This was 4 years after the fourth death, which is 8 to 9 years before the Hokage's death. So it's a massive gap right there. And Orochimaru did say that if he was a bit younger, I'm not sure how many years he said. However, Hiruzen is a god of shinobi. Well, for his era, anyways. After this, of course, Naruto and his new family went out for ramen. And Anko then asked Kakashi when he's going to propose already, and Kakashi's like, when the time comes, not now. Anko's like, we've been going out for more than 10 years. Anyways, now Naruto's like, 10 years? Raw, that's a lot of time. That's a long time. It's a long time, nearly my whole life. Anyways, now they have a little bit of family time bonding, and then Naruto then goes home. Naruto may have been adopted by Anko, however, he's still not living in the same household, because of Anko actually telling Naruto that he's, it's not time for them to actually move in together as a family yet. And Naruto says, it's fine. When Kakashi Sensei, or father, says, proposes, then we can move in, alright? And, Anko says, that's a good deal. Anyways, now, the next day, of course, Team 7 meets up for their next mission. And Kakashi himself asks for a C-ranked mission because he believes his whole team is actually really strong. During this 1 month, not only did Naruto get stronger, even Tsukome got really strong. She's been training, meditating in a lot of things, and she's even learnt many techniques from the School of Sealing. She has been stealing it. She didn't need the Majestic Destroyer Flame because that was a given. She knew it since she has been training under Madara a lot. Anyways, with her Hashirama cells, she is able to do a lot of wood release jutsus by now. Anyways, now Sasuke has gone stronger too. Sasuke has nearly awakened his 2 Tomoe Sharingan. He awakened his 1 Tomoe Sharingan because he saw the massive gap in power between him and Naruto. He didn't care about Tsukome because he didn't see anything special about her. However, he did see Naruto having a massive gap between him and Naruto wasn't even the best in the academy. He was hiding a lot, which pisses off Sasuke even further. It just shows that, you know, there might be even more people from the academy that passed that were hiding things, and they could be even stronger than him. He thought he was the top of the top. He was like the top dog out of the rookie 9, but no, it was Naruto and Tsukome, or rookie 10 here. But in reality, in the original, he was the top dog. But here, it's completely different. Anyways, now, Team 7 gets their first ever C-ranked mission, which actually excites Naruto, Tsukome, Sakura, and Sasuke. Even Tsukome finally gets to get out of the village for how many years now. Anyways, she finally decides to actually, she wanted to get the hell out of this village for at least a few days. She wanted to see how the outside world looked at this point, since she's been locked up here because she had to look after Naruto. Anyways, Tazuna walks in and sees every single one of them, makes fun of Sakura here. However, Naruto actually comes into her defense and saying that she may not look like the strongest, however she's strong-willed, and she will become stronger over time. Everyone matures, right? A fruit can't grow within a day, can it now? Anyways, Tarzan then says, alright, smarty pants. Anyways, our mission, well, your mission, of course, being drunk, can't speak properly. He says it a bit broken, but anyways, with some broken sentences, he explains that he has to get to the land of waves and everything. They have to escort him, make sure he's safe. And anyways, they already knew this because the Hokage explained it. And they're like, Naruto's like, you don't have to give information. We already know we're ninjas. We don't know this, and you can leave now. Anyway, Naruto's kind of getting irritated, especially by the smell. He does not like the smell of booze. Anyways, now, of course, that's something that, you know, Rio told him. Rio always told him to stay away from beer and things because it brings out a personality of people which is not their true personality. Sometimes it couldn't be their true personality. Someone may be hiding something and you may just come out after he's drunk or she's drunk. Anyways, I've never been drunk, so I don't know. I would never be drunk. I hate alcohol. I hate spirits. I hate pretty much everything, to be honest. Don't really have many likings. Anyways, other than spending time with Ratreet and my friends. Now, Naruto, of course, was getting ready for his C-rank mission. And actually went to see how Tsukome is doing. They haven't seen each other for nearly a full month. And, you know, other than missions. Well, not nearly a full month, but you know what I mean. Hung out. Tsukome was actually happy to see Naruto. She thought that finally she got to talk to Naruto in like a normal way, like a more like friendly way. And this was the true Tsukome, the Tsukome that would have been Tsukome if she was grown up, well, if she grew up normally. However, this didn't last too long because she went back to her senses and told Naruto that they should just get ready for their mission. Anyways, Naruto's like, anyways, wanna hang out today? And you know, Tsukome then says, alright, maybe just a bit. Anyways, they go out a bit, they have some fun, and then return home soon afterwards. After all of this, Naruto and Tsuki, oh my days, Naruto, Tsukome, Sakura, and Sasuke, and Kakashi all meet up the next day with Tazuna, and they head off to the land of waves. A few hours after walking, they do still encounter the puddle, or you know, the water thing. I'm joking. The puddle of water, which Naruto noticed straight away, and he throws a kunai at it, which actually brings out the two demon brothers. Here, Sakura, who has been hiding a lot. Sakura has been training on her own. She actually had an idol. She actually had someone who she looked up to, Tsunade. She wanted to just be as strong as Tsunade, and so she asked around, and people say that she had superhuman strength. And over time, over this 1 month, she actually learned things to actually increase her strength. She punches the ground, which actually sends the two demon brothers off balance. However, since they're tuning, they get back up real fast. Sakura is really in trouble now. However, then Tsuki appears. Using her wind release, she actually gets out a sword, which no one knew about. Even Naruto didn't know that she was a swordswoman. Anyways, she slices the air and he creates wind pressure, not wind pressure, but you know, a gust of wind, which actually blows them back. Then Sasuke comes in with the fireball jutsu, which doesn't hurt them much, however they did get scorched. And then Naruto comes in for the finishing blow, saying, "You two, stay still." And as he says that, he activates a bit of his, Osorogan. He didn't actually activate it fully, but over time, over using it so much with Anko, actually finally he unlocked the ability to actually use the Osorogan ability, some of the Osorogan abilities without actually having the eye activated. Anyways, this was just the fear bit of the eye, so basically just actually putting fear into people, but that doesn't really matter. This is done by Bloodlust as well. Anyways, now after this, Team 7 actually Kakashi interrogated the two demon brothers, and once he found out that it was basically more of like a B to A rank mission, he actually decided to head back to the village. Anyway, Team 7 does complain here and actually convinces Kakashi. Kakashi kind of gets convinced a bit more because Naruto is here, and Naruto does say that there are pretty strong people in this team. Sorry, I'm kind of sleepy. I want to sleep after this. Anyways, they continue to their mission, and they still come across the seven ninja swordsmen, Zabuza, with his executioner blade. Anyways, now the fight against Zabuza and Kakashi begins, and here Naruto actually wanted to help. However, Kakashi told every single one of them to stay back and protect Tazuna. And if he is gone, and if they both die, what would happen with this team? What would happen to them? So Naruto was more like the backbone of the team right now. And then it was Tsukome, then Sakura and Sasuke. Now, Kakashi still was right about to slip. However, Naruto comes in, and as Zabuza was about to put Kakashi in a water prison, Naruto comes in for a kick, helping up Kakashi, and then going straight to Zabuza. Zabuza tries to swing his sword into Naruto, however Naruto, being unintangible, actually activating his Osorogan. No one can see it since he's turned around from them, however they can feel the immense amount of pressure coming from Naruto. Zabuza was confused. He's like, how? What is that? And as he says that, 3 Senbon arrive out of nowhere, and of course Haku takes Zabuza. Naruto could not feel any bad deeds done by Haku prior to this. However, he did realize that this must have been fake, because Haku was in way too much of a hurry there. Anyways, Naruto already turning off his Osorogan before he turned around and anyone could see other than Kakashi. Kakashi was confused on what just happened. Naruto didn't really do much. He only was able to kick. Sorry guys, sorry. He was only able to kick Naruto. Well, Naruto was only able to kick him away, and of course after that, this just happened. Anyways, now Kakashi still being tired and burnt out from using the Sharingan so much, is taken to Tazuna's home where they could rest. Anyways, now after resting for a while, Team 7 of course still learns how to tree walk, and all those walking things, tree and water walking. Even Naruto learns with them. Tsukome already knew this, so she went off on her own to train more. Naruto, after learning this, went off on his own way, while Sasuke actually trained with Kakashi in the Chidori. Yes, Kakashi actually decided to train Sasuke already since he had the Sharingan, Chitogan Sharingan in fact. Sakura went to Tsuki, and Tsuki actually decided to teach Sakura something. Anyways, Sakura actually learned that she had Earth Release, which Tsuki already has all 5, so she actually teaches a few techniques to Sakura. After all of this, Naruto still meets Haku and makes friends with him, and anyways, afterwards, Naruto goes home. Still waking up late the next morning to hear Inari and his mother scream. He actually comes in to save them. Of course, after saving them, Naruto then actually goes off on his own. I'm just saying, Naruto's training consisted on actually making his Kekkei even stronger and much more reliable, because right now it's not as reliable. Naruto wants to make his poison less lethal and at the same time more lethal whenever he wants. Anyways, now Naruto arrives at the battlefield to see the two Uchihas actually fighting Haku. Tsukome actually had to activate a three-tomoe Sharingan for the first time in front of anyone. Of course, Sakura was baffled, same as Sasuke, but they had to go with it. Now, Naruto comes in out of nowhere and asks Sakura what's going on. And actually, Naruto then was able to stop, Haku. Haku really had no chance against Naruto at this point, and so he threw a few senbon at Naruto, which Naruto was able to deflect. However, this was more than enough time for Haku to go for a different target, while actually jumping up in the air, he goes for Tsukome. Tsukome being extremely tired, not being able to use her true strength, she was in the end actually worn out by actually while she was keeping up with Haku. Of course, that would have took a lot out of her, but since she can't use her wind release, she can't use her Susanoo, she can't use any of her strongest techniques, she actually got drained out over time by just using her Sharingan. After this, Naruto sees Tsukome actually taking all the senbon. Haku wasn't trying to kill, and he didn't kill, of course, avoiding every single organ, a vital organ. Naruto still getting pretty pissed, not really pissed, still kept his cool mind, cool head. However, inside, he was angry, he was mad, he was enraged. The person that he actually had a crush on got hurt because he was too slow to actually stop it. And so he goes off on Haku. After a bit of beating Haku, he finally breaks Haku's mask, finding out who Haku was. Actually stops and asks why, and Haku first of all goes on to tell Naruto that Tsukome is fine. He never went for any of her internal organs, not internal organs, but vital organs, so she should be fine. It's just that she fainted out of exhaustion and shock from that, since I did hit a few nerves. But anyways, this wasn't too sad for you or too scary for you. But anyways, Naruto then apologizes for beating him so hard, and Haku then says it's fine, I'd do the same if someone did that to Zabuza. Anyways, Naruto then says, so your precious one is Zabuza. And in the end, Haku nods, and as they hear the sound of 1,000 birds, Naruto then actually using his teleportation, not teleportation, what am I talking about? Using body flicker, actually stops Kakashi and says, wait, maybe there is still a chance. And as Zabuza does that, Zabuza sees this, he takes this as an opportunity to actually slice Naruto. However, Naruto stops it with one hand, looking at Zabuza, activating his Osora, striking fear into Zabuza. Zabuza drops his sword and just kneels, asking Naruto for mercy. Naruto then says there's no need to do that, and do not kill for fun. Anyways, lift your head. How about we make you a proposal? Return to the Leaf Village and become villagers of the Leaf, or villagers of the Shinobi of the Leaf. You won't be under arrest. You can become Leaf Shinobi, since the Hokage is kind there. Zabuza then thinks of this. However, thinking back to it, he then says no, but then he looks at Haku. Haku was saddened by his response and says, God damn it, Haku, alright then, we'll take your offer. Anyways, you better be a good paying job, and Naruto says, he will. Anyways, after this, Gato's men appear, and Tazano was scared, shook to his core. However, Naruto wasn't going to have any of this, and so he's I'll one-shot them. As he says that, then lets out all his poison, which all gobbles all of them up and kills them instantly. Naruto said, not too much of a torturous death. However, I wanted to end it fast. Naruto then actually compresses that amount of poison into one little pearl, which then he actually disposes of by actually evaporating into the air. Now, Naruto made that poison completely non-lethal, so it wouldn't actually affect the air in any kind of way, maybe poisoning it. He did think of that, but anyways, after this, Naruto and Team 7 returned to the Leaf Village. Tsukome was actually carried by Naruto, of course being all embarrassed, red in the face, and Sakura teasing her about it. She still kind of got a bit pissed, but however, she was really happy that, Naruto would do that for her. And Haku and Zabuza did spend a bit of jail time just because of the things they did. A 2-month jail time, so they wouldn't be there to help out during the attack on the Leaf Village, or will they? Anyways, now of course Kakashi wastes no time and actually tells Team 7 about the tuning exams. However, he says that Naruto will not be participating, only Tsukome, Sasuke, and Sakura. They ask why, and Kakashi says, unfortunately, there only can be 3 people, and Naruto is an exception. He's already passed, pretty much. He was able to take on an S-rank shinobi and strike fear into him. I have told the Hokage, and the Hokage has seen, has actually been, this has been proven to the Hokage, because even Zabuza said that look in his eyes, he felt like he was looking at a murderer. So he was looking at someone scarier than him. And Zabuza doesn't get scared easily. He is the one to scare. However, Naruto's the one to scare him. And so, the Hokage said, alright then. If he was able to take someone like you, Zabuza, I'm sure he'll be able to easily pass the tuning exams. There's no point of giving him the chance to. Alright, Naruto graduates. He becomes a chunin from today onwards. Tell him that once you go tell your team about the tuning exams. Sakura actually congratulates Naruto. Sasuke just smiles a bit, but anyways, of course, still being really jealous. And Tsukome just, giving her proud look. However, she was just having her eyes closed and looked away. Anyways, Naruto knows that this is how Tsukome just says nice, but anyways, knowing her well enough to know that by now. After all of this, Team 7 actually goes off to train, and here Naruto actually wants to help Tsukome. He knows that Tsukome has been desperately trying to get stronger, and so Naruto asks Tsukome to show her everything she's got. Wait, to show him everything she's got. That was a mistake. Sorry, my bad. I need to say my guys. Anyways, you're my guys, and women's. Anyways, now Tsukome showed him wood release, her Susanoo, and most of her power. She didn't say where she got it from, and Naruto didn't want to question it. Naruto being much more cool-headed, so thanks to Ryo and Ryo's teachings. Naruto didn't want to, violate her privacy, and so he just went along with it and told Tsukome that they can train together to increase or refine their fighting skills and their taijutsu abilities. And that's where I'm gonna end off. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, this is only a 2-week training. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weaves there. Don't forget to subscribe to Retreat, Minimum 123, Hxmesh, the King of Noobs, my second channel. Hxmesh is my friend from school, my guy, one of the best guys I know. Minimum 123, he's the GOAT. And Retreat, he's just my best friend. Anyways, second channel, the King of Noobs, I will be uploading it on it. Well, I probably would have already uploaded by now, since this might come out around like February something. Allow it somewhere around February, maybe February 2nd, maybe February 3rd. Anyways, now hope you all enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to don't forget to follow Shoker on Instagram, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and join the Discord server, link in the description below. Get your good quality, good anime merch from Beautiful Halo, 5% off on your next $49 order if you use the code MEME, MEME, and 10% off on your next $99 plus order if you use the same code MEME. And also, there is a new sponsor, lamptee.com. Use my link in the description. Go get yourself some good quality lamps, LED light up lamps, and you can get a lot of types. You can just search up what type you want, and if it's not there, I'm sorry, I'm sure they'll add it soon enough if the demand is high. And using the discount code for 10% off on any of your purchases. Lamty dash the King of Weebs, capital L, and the King of Weebs, everything capital except for the O and F. If you still don't understand, you can just go in the link in the description box below and press on the arrow underneath the title or next to the title, and it should show you, and you can just copy and paste from there. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. Don't forget to use my links so you can support the channel, and peace. More Darklings, you're dismissed.